casting shadows now.
Oh my God!
You're all shadowy. This video is gonna look terrible.
Let's fucking go.
Kevin's here, so
I'm sure.
what? Okay. Actually, your beard looks great. It's okay. No, I was giving you whatever. So this is our core topic. Our core topic has nothing to do with Kevin's beard. It has to do with
Gentle
weird.
Ginger.
What?
Gentle Ginger. Maybe his nickname.
GG. Except for the ladies that know me. So.
KGG. Kevin, gentle giant, gentle.
No, not
Gigolo.
Gentle Giant. Gentle Ginger. I just literally.
Yeah,
said
I know.
I'm not a fucking redhead. My beard's just red.
Oh,
There's nothing wrong with being a redhead, so don't get so angry.
I know, but he's
you
gender
didn't say
is
there was anything wrong with it.
gender
You
is
just took very-
associated with a redhead. I'm not a redhead.
Yeah, that's fine. So our core topic today is
God, my arm will not quit pulsing.
Our core topic is
because you gripped on that microphone so hard.
Just kidding. You can say it.
Oh yeah. So our core topic today is where do we see the gaming community in 20, 30 years?
That is
no.
not the core topic. The core topic is where do you see the gaming industry in 20 to 30
Oh,
years?
I'm totally not prepared. All right. So that's what it is. 20 to 30 years. What's the gaming industry going to be
Merry
like? You guys start off first because I thought that's what the topic was. What do you think will happen in 20 to 30 years?
Honestly,
with the gaming industry?
think gaming is going to be treated just as simply as music and movies.
Isn't it kind of that way now?
No, it's not at all. It's definitely seen as the lesser medium. I
Oh,
honestly
yeah,
think,
for sure.
Like, gaming has had its strides, but I honestly think Naughty Dog is pushing the envelope where they're going to show that like there can be a storytelling and having actual emotion. Sorry for tapping. Actual emotion with how storytelling is represented in gaming.
Grant, we've had that more.
We've
We've
had
had
it.
it in the past, but
But
I agree with
Nothing
you.
has shown the way it has with The Last of Us. And
Or because now it's more prevalent,
it's
and
more
now
it's
people
more
are seeing
prevalent, and I just see that more games are going to be going in that same
Seriously.
route.
Keep going.
I'm pulsing over here. And
Everybody's
it's like
pulsing.
because the show like there's like the
Gotta have less
Emmys
fat.
and the Grammys. Well, I don't know what the music. I don't know what music
VGAs
is.
or something like that.
No, VGAs is Video Game Awards.
Oh yeah.
Like Video Game Awards, yes, is big. It's not anything like the Emmys or the Grammys or anything like that. But I think
Agreed.
within the 20 to 30 years, it's going to be at that same level. And I just see like more actresses and actors just being involved within video games.
Yeah, I mean
in
it's
general.
a billion-dollar
Sure,
industry now, so
It is.
I think it is going to be, and it's definitely changed. So you think it's going to be?
I think it's going to be mainstream. Like it's still it's mainstream right now, but it's not at the same
Actually,
level.
would you consider video games mainstream right now?
Within our, well,
You.
I guess within our echo chamber, it is. Yes.
You.
See, I don't know if that's true though, because I feel like almost everybody you talk to, like, it used to be, you talk about, you wouldn't even bring up gaming around
I think esports
girls
knocked
or
down a
something.
big barrier.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. And now, well, yeah, okay, here's a big thing. TV commercials. We see games on TV commercials all the time now. That's changed. So I think it might be I think you can classify gaming right now as mainstream.
Well, to his point, and to my point too, I think esports will change it in the fact that you're going to start. Well, I mean, this is all going with the idea that TV in the format that is now exists in 20 years, which it won't. But what I would say is like infomercials, stuff like that. You would see commercials for different esports related things. Like, here's
TV.
or
Like
so, like,
our
are you
teams.
are you an esports gamer? It's like, here, this product helps you get better at this, or blah blah blah. But I was actually going to take it in a different.
Them keyboards,
Yeah.
gloves.
I was going to take it in kind of a different way, I guess. I actually think just with the way where we're headed, how everything's going, and this is, I guess you can say it's bold, but in a sense, not really. I think PCs will be what it is. Like Sony will someday, maybe they have to make their own form of PC. There's only so much you can do on a console to where you're going to get to the point if they want to start doing these updates, they're just going to be PC in a different form. And I think eventually, the idea of there's a huge set of console people out there. Like if they ever found out and realized what Steam was, like you have
Not
people on
necessarily.
PS4, people on Microsoft who don't have PC gaming. Like, I mean, that's a
PSN
big
is
market.
becoming Steam.
slowly,
But
very slowly.
what I'm trying to
what
get at
do
is
people
Let-
complain
let
about?
finish this
yeah, so what I'm trying to get at though is I almost feel like it's one company's going to win out the arms race eventually, which actually will in the end be bad for the industry. because you don't want a monopoly.
Yeah, of course not.
The other thing is, I think, virtual reality, all this stuff. I don't know, like the form that's going to be the predominant thing, kind of what the technology. Like it hasn't happened yet. Like virtual reality, I think that.
Just gonna keep it close.
Pretty sure I'm still good.
Right.
Just virtual reality, how it is. Like I think that's going to be the big thing. My idea though is I think virtual reality is going to be bigger in the TV, sports, movie scene that it is in the video game scene, in the aspect that how it is right now. I think there's still something else that games need to do because there's.
I disagree.
I don't know. There's still
tell
just
you my point later.
No, that's fine, and it's like for me, like the idea of having a controller, being in control until they can find a way to make it completely fluid. I just feel like having something on your head right now works better as a cinematic experience, being able to experience the world. And so, like, I just think PC gaming, you don't have to call it PC gaming. Like, whatever consoles become, I think we're already headed.
Just kind of.
Yeah.
But that's what I'm saying. It's like, I think we're headed towards that kind of medium right now. Like, consoles are becoming more and more PC every day. And
That's true.
eventually, I think
In
it's
a
going to hit
sense,
that
yeah.
point.
Innocent, yeah. I'll have a thought, but you go first.
So you kind of went back on your little thing. You said PC game was going to be the thing, but then you're like, well, whatever consoles evolve.
So it's going to be
fluid.
I think he's saying
It's going to be a personal computer, a console. They're all going to be upgradable.
But isn't this a personal computer? Your phone?
It is, and so that's a good point to what the future could be too. Like you might be holding it in your hand is another big thing. But like at the end of the day, you're already looking at it in the industry. Companies are struggling. You can't have a system for $400 that's going to survive and be able to put out AAA games for 6 years if graphics keep pushing the industry. Graphics, like that mindset either needs to go away or you're going to end up having to have a console that can be upgradable. Like you can buy a
Which
better
they've done
graphics
before,
card.
which is stupid. I don't know why
At
they
that
bring
point,
that
it's
back.
just a computer then, though.
No, not really. I don't think so.
Well, technically, yes.
Because
No, it's different. It's different iOS or different
Operating system.
Yeah, operate OS. So I don't. That's a sticky line of situation. I don't know if you would say because
Yeah.
is the N64 a PC then? They had an expandable expansion pack,
Yeah, that all it literally was just more memory.
but it upgraded.
That was a small upgrade. What I'm getting at is you need
Regardless,
'cause
even
there's-
if it is small, you could
Because
say
you
a
can-
graphics card is small in some sense.
yeah, because you can only up.
Can't get to London in a rowboat.
Well,
Or you
okay.
can. It's just a lot harder.
Yeah, takes a lot longer.
Oh, God.
You would bring that analogy up.
Okay, so. Oh shit! What was the point I was gonna make? Damn it! Oh, with your point about where you think VR, I agree with your point of VR is going to be bigger in the cinematic, but I think in 20 to 30 years, if that's what our topic is, I think
Yeah.
it's going to be even bigger in video games.
It's gonna be
Here's why,
massive.
and here's why. You will be able to live in the video game world, basically. Let's say
Is that-
it's Skyrim VR. Elder Scrolls VR. You would seriously put it on, and you would be walking around the town. You would be
So
doing
you're thinking like sword art.
yeah, you
Yeah.
live. That's where virtual reality is going,
And
and,
that-
that's
I agree.
the epitome of
Yes,
what I want.
and I agree. That's
In a sense.
and that's what I was saying. I was like, what we're looking at right now, though, with your wearing the head
saying
top
20,
box.
30
We're
years, though.
talking about 20, 30
Yeah.
years.
Okay. So what I was trying to get at then is, yeah, eventually that's going to be the thing. But it's, I just feel like
You don't think in 20, 30 years? It's gonna be that?
I don't know. Like it's hard to tell because I feel like we're about a year or two away. I think we're already at that point. Technology, we're hitting. Like I mean, look at phones. There's nothing that's that much better anymore. Software is where everything's at. I think we're kind of hitting a plateau of where gaming can go for now on the graphical side.
We're hitting a
Graphics.
plateau. Oh, yeah. I'll talk about my stuff now because you guys both want.
We haven't exhausted it, but yes,
No,
go
no,
for
yes.
it.
We're hitting a plateau with maybe where graphics are going, but that's not true because that's going to change. That always changes within 3 to 4 years. They're talking about head transplants in 2018 with that Italian scientist. I think within 20 to 30 years that we honestly are going to have chips in us. 20 to 30 years. We're talking about
We're talking mainstream here.
mainstream gaming in general.
But for something to be mainstream in 20 to 30
But-
years, it needs
okay,
to be now
But
started.
I'm just saying, no, in 2018, though, we're talking about head transplants.
Which is insane.
head transplant. That's 2 years away.
But how? I mean,
We'll see if it's successful or not.
Or not
I'm
even
just
that it's
saying.
successful. It's more
But,
like do people have the financial means to do that?
Like
Far.
exceeds like most like science.
I mean, look
for
at
the
since
most part.
2000.
So you know how you're saying like graphics are going to be upgraded or like put in a new graphics card, but if we're not going to get that many much more graphical leaps from now to now, is it technically a PC at that point?
But no, okay.
No,
no. But at the same time, like
PC
we're-
also make okay.
Where was I going with this? But like if we're talking about like if you look at it right now, like there's a lot of games like it's not that far like
away from
what
real
we
life.
are right now.
Yeah.
Like I mean,
See,
yeah,
that's where
yes.
that's where I disagree.
I mean, yes, obviously there's like the little mimics and like facial features of what we do, but like the graphics themselves are not that far behind. Like
I just disagree with that wholeheartedly.
I do not.
I've never seen a game that I'm like, oh my god, that's real life. I've
No,
seen a
no,
game
no,
that looks
I'm
beautiful.
I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that we're there. I'm saying we're close.
I just don't think we're close.
like we're.
Oh yeah, we are.
we're close.
You guys,
Last of Us, or not Last. The Order is close.
no, it
It
looks
is-
beautiful.
It's beautiful.
There's a difference between beautiful and realistic.
I know. That's what I'm saying about it. It's close. It's not like there. Obviously, it's got like a lot of work, but it's
We're
20
closer.
years from now.
Yeah.
It's there. 20 to 30 years. It's there.
Yeah, you've seen. I mean, what was it?
Okay.
like
Okay.
three...
Let's look at this timeline. Ping pong to Last of Us. What is that?
See, now this is when you're gonna start talking about
80,
equation.
so 85 was Mario, so it'd probably be right around there. Let's just say 1980s. That's so 90, 2000.
and technology is exploded to that
Exactly.
point.
So he's got a good point.
And we're plateauing.
No,
No, we're not.
Fucking Hyperloop.
Look at the difference in graphics in like the last
Keep it
5
games.
years.
What?
Keep it games.
Yeah, look at
Okay.
that's what I'm saying. Look at the graphics, the difference in graphics of games in the last like 4 years compared to games in the last 8 years. The jump between 8 to now and 4 to now is so dramatically different.
That's because we went from like 3D or 2D to 3D. After
Not 8
that,
years ago.
There's always
Oh, I do.
there's always fucking renaissances.
and
20 years from now,
we're gonna reach another one.
like we're at that area.
Just okay. Look at
Look at look at Morrowind compared to Witcher 3.
no, I got a better comparison because it
Graphically, yes, it's a big
graphically
upgrade.
everything.
Yeah,
probably.
it is.
Like everything gaming wise.
But it's still it's still a game. It's like
No,
there's
it's a
so
game,
much keeping it
yes.
from being realistic.
Well, I agree.
But do you want that? I don't think we're talking
not
about
You're,
that.
you're getting on a different topic if you want to say,
We're-
do we want it to be realistic? That's different.
no, we're looking at just virtual reality and like living that world,
Yeah, I mean,
which I guess is realistic.
yeah.
quote,
I
unquote.
mean, okay, like 30 years from now, because the next big thing with virtual reality and consoles needs to be 4K. The reason why they need to have 4K output is because you can't have virtual reality without 4K because there's streaming and lag issues.
Yeah.
So first you need to get an entire generation of people to get onto 4K as the norm. That's going to take 5 to 10 years.
No, not 10.
Maybe we'll see.
No.
1080,
Not 10.
1080p is now just being adopted as the most common form. A lot of people still have 720p TVs.
Okay, we're talking. Okay, our topic is 20 to 30 years.
yes,
It's totally.
We are going to be 46 to 56 years old.
yeah,
Maybe 60.
20 years. 20 years is not as far as you think.
I know, but technology is fast exceeding
is.
everything.
It is. And
Stay out of this conversation. Apparently, that's okay.
no, go, you can jump in. Go for it.
No, I'm. You guys are doing this banter. I like it. The host will stay back and linger.
Okay, see, like, and again, it comes down to like we're talking about one where we think
Yeah,
stuff's going to be.
We're thinking.
Virtual reality is obviously going to be a thing. It's more. Is it a common thing? Is it the
Yes.
normal thing
It's gonna be
that
the
everyone plays?
It's going to be the common.
I'm not convinced yet,
Well, yes, but this is 20 years from now.
and it's my opinion.
I agree.
Okay,
I-
if virtual reality is already in the next year, is going to be in people's households in 20 years,
Okay,
30 years.
What if 2-3 years from now it bombs?
it won't. There's no way.
There's no proof that it won't bomb.
That I agree with what he's saying. If it bombs and it's fucking terrible, I
It's
agree.
not, though.
But there's gonna be the
You
outlier.
don't know that.
No,
No. All right, you go first.
when people put on the headset, they become believers. And everybody I've talked to has said they find that one game, they're like, I get it.
I do.
We have not tried it.
Agreed. And this is why I still think it's going to be bigger in cinema. I think it's going to take a long time. It's going to be a generational thing
Yes,
for
it'll be-
gamers to be the normal thing as VR.
I agree. It'll be bigger in cinema because you can go wherever you want and be there. But in 20, 30 years, it'll be norm.
It's gonna
Or it'll be approaching norm. Normancy?
placemat. I can't think of the name.
Wait, Darwin.
It's gonna be the normalcy.
Yeah.
The horror games. This is how VR is gonna work. Horror games are going to set the stage.
I agree with that.
For what you said earlier.
Yes.
That's what's going to happen. It's going to set the stage, and everything's going to go from there.
Stop
I
knocking the
always say
table.
that. Whenever I want to make points, ask Stefan. He agrees with me. At the high school kitchen table, I was always doing this.
Yeah. See. Okay. So what I'll just say, I guess, to kind of further my point is what I tend to believe is going to happen is, again, PC will be personal computers, like some form of computer is going to be where it's at, and that's fine. It's not so much when I say PC, it's not to the point of like everyone's gonna have a personal computer. It's gonna still be in the living room. That's where gaming is. The problem
that's
is
the big difference.
As soon as you have a system that needs to be upgraded every year or two, or there's parts that are coming out for it, if technology is going to go as quickly as you guys are saying it is, you need to have that.
But here's
personalized console, not personalized computer.
okay. But here's the thing.
See, either way, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm going back to the argument that we actually didn't finish. Look at Uncharted and look at Last of Us. Same console, 6 years. That's the thing. Even though technology is spiking and going rapidly, think about that one machine made Uncharted and then made Last of Us. It's astounding how, and even if you keep this rate going up, I mean, when PS3 came out 5 months later, PCs were ahead of it, right? But you take that and then look at Last of Us. That's hands down better than half the games that came out.
Leaps and bounds. Yeah.
Even now, almost some games, it's still better than that in some of its capacity. And PC.
On storytelling and
everything.
storytelling
Okay,
and, like,
okay.
gameplay,
Are we talking
yes.
graphic
Not
storytelling?
graphics,
Yes.
not graphics, gameplay.
Yes.
No, I'm
Story-
talking about
oh.
some graphics too.
Graphics,
though.
yes, but like mainly
Some of the things they can do, other developers can't even fathom doing.
yes, but
Little
mainly
things.
storytelling and gameplay.
I 100% agree on the storytelling
graphics.
part. Yeah.
Graphics is not what we're talking. I mean,
But
maybe
in
it
this one I
is
am.
on virtual reality. Yes, Last of Us is a whole different spectrum.
But no, it's not, because it makes my point. Even if technology goes up that fast, and like you're saying, like something comes out, this phone is outdated 2 months after it comes out. But do I buy a phone every 2 months? No. Do I buy a phone every year? Some people do. I don't.
Yeah.
So here's the thing. I don't think it'll go to that. Even though we're getting now where we're going to have a new system come out within 4 years of a life cycle, new system. Does
the
that?
last one was 10 years? But yes.
But even before that, it was probably like 4 or 5, right? That seems to be the normal, 4 or
Yeah.
5 years. Even if we have that, I don't think that means you have to do it. So I don't know, because even people that PC game, are they buying a new graphics card every year?
Really quickly, can
No.
you check to
Oh,
see
no.
if we're still.
Yeah, we are, but we are down to 1 bar, but that's fine.
Yeah, see, here my thing is, and the
Somebody
reason
don't beat
why
that me or something.
I think virtual reality is going to have just a problem for a long time. Why I think it's going to maybe when I'm talking about like where you guys are at, maybe I'm agreeing at the
Did we go with my point?
well, what I'm agreeing
did.
with is
All
like
right.
the 25 to 30 year mark. Maybe like closer towards the back end of that. I just have the feeling, and maybe it's going to take something that proves me wrong, and I will openly admit it on the not this table, but like this setting. Right
Better
here.
not be this damn
Yeah.
table.
A
Yeah.
better table.
Yep, a better table. But I will
A
admit
rounder
it. I will
table.
admit it. My problem that I think
get
they're
much
going to
rounder.
have is the ability to break immersion. I think that's going to be a struggle VR is going to have for a very long time. There's always going to be something that breaks somebody from the VR experience, whether it's technical difficulties, whether it, like
But here's
getting
the
it to be
thing.
right.
Yeah, all right.
Can I say?
I go for it.
Wouldn't you want that
No.
at some point?
No.
The
okay.
No, and people like kind of funny. Greg Miller says the PlayStation 1 fits so nicely over his glasses, he forgets he's actually even wearing something.
And that's the whole purpose of virtual reality.
That's what I'm saying. So they're already almost to that point now.
But again, he's talking about just it being on, not him playing an
No, he
entire
is.
game.
Yeah, even playing.
So you're talking about the idea of someone being able to just go into a shooter and have no issues for like a 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 hour gaming session.
I mean, he was at a showcase, so it's probably like 20 minutes of playing. Nothing. He said he's only had one bad experience with like the.
Let's look at
whatever.
That is one person, too.
let's look at it this way. It's one person. It's 20 minutes. That's today. We're talking.
That's exactly what I'm saying. We're already
20
there. Almost.
years from now.
Yeah.
Technology advances completely.
So we'll have.
And
I don't think we're gonna have lag issues.
it's not gonna be lag. I mean, obviously, it's gonna be the big name developers that do stuff.
Mm-hmm.
It's just, I think we're thinking too lightly on what developers can do. It's going to be. It's the next component of gaming. It's like
Okay, let's go
the
into gaming a little bit deeper. Obviously, there's no discs anymore. Everything's digital.
I agree.
Mm-hmm.
Are there season passes still? I'm gonna say no. I think this is a trend that's gonna go away in the next 10 years.
I hope so.
I have a feeling it's gonna go away in the next 10 years. And I wanted to. I feel like we're gonna go back to expansions.
I think it's gonna be renting.
Well, we can already rent. I think people will still own because everybody has to own.
I think the idea of season passes might go away. I think the idea of like something like a microtransaction that's
staying.
something that's staying.
But I think that's okay.
I can't stand microtransactions.
I hate it, but it's gonna stay.
No, there's nothing wrong with microtransactions unless they affect gameplay. Otherwise, they're fine.
Last of Us, that's microtransactions. And
I know, but they're
Battlefield 4.
Overwatch. Nothing wrong with it.
See,
There's-
the thing that you guys
You can-
microtransactions.
You can
on
buy
Overwatch?
currency, I'm pretty sure.
you can buy packs.
Really?
Yeah, you can buy.
Or Hearthstone.
The things you open up. Hearthstone's the same way.
But does that affect you? No.
No, and so that's
could,
it. Will
or-
in Hearthstone it technically can because people can get cards.
Yeah,
that you
I
never
never
could.
really thought about that.
A good thing to think about too, like when it comes to virtual reality, like our internet, where it is right now. You're talking about playing a 32.
Oh, the internet's not gonna be
Google Fiber is gonna be.
Yep.
Okay, but what I'm trying to get at is still the infrastructure. We're talking worldwide. This is something that's going to take a long time because you need everyone right now. When you're playing online, you hit lag from time to time, but your system for the most part is plugged into. If you're using Wi-Fi, Wi-Fi is a newer phenomenon now. If you're now taking that system and that system's all in your head, it's a big difference.
Well, it's not really in your head.
Well, it's on your head.
Yeah. Well, no. Yeah. Well, I agree. I agree with that.
But Google
But
Fiber.
Google Fiber is going to be around. But if we're talking about our topic right now, I'm gonna just say it's location-wise is USA.
Yeah. Okay.
For
Let's do that.
Okay, so
Europe, USA, Japan.
So then that kind of changes my because like when I think of mainstream, I'm thinking. I mean, you're talking about the state
do
of
we
gaming in general.
Do we think of Africa and stuff like that?
Yeah, I mean, yeah. If you were gonna go with that, not everybody's.
I was more along the lines of thinking of like the places like China, Japan, Europe, America. Like China has
Mainstay places.
Okay, look. So even if
But
20
see,
or 30
but-
years, yeah.
But
the
okay,
virtual reality.
but here's a good way of looking at this now. If you want to think about it, I mean, America. I mean, the video game industry is 10 times larger in China than it is in America. I mean, they make more money, but they're on things that aren't as popular to us. So, what is mainstream to them is not mainstream to us.
just like Japan.
True. I agree.
But what does that have to do with anything? I think
So,
that.
But they
I'm
don't
talking
have
about the
things
future.
Okay,
The future.
But
of
let's look
gaming.
at it this way: they don't have things that are released that we don't have, that are like
Probably vice versa. I don't know,
hugely successful things.
Yeah, different tastes, different
Okay,
cultures. That
but
makes
like,
sense.
okay, 10 years to 20 years from now,
20, 30.
like 20 years from now,
20, 30.
20 to 30, 20, 30 years from now,
You'll get it eventually.
I agree with Joe Rogan completely. We're gonna be Robo Sapiens, not Homo Sapiens. We're gonna have shit injected into us. They can present all this to us. Yes, if we're doing head transplants in 2018, who knows if it's gonna be successful or not?
Probably not.
Yeah.
2016.
It's not gonna be successful. It's 2018.
No, so
Sorry,
I'm trying to
Italian
get. Okay,
scientists.
so 2036, we need to set a timer.
Yeah,
In 2036,
like
we
honestly,
need to sit
like
down and talk.
with how
and see where
insane we're talking about the hyperloop and all that shit, going to Mars within 6 months, we are going to be able to do this, like
Do what? VR?
VR and like having
lifelike,
projecting things.
lifelike VR.
Yeah.
No, we didn't say lifelike VR.
We technically didn't, but
Well, then what was our argument? Because VR is already a thing.
Well, no, we're just saying you didn't think VR is going to be a staple. It is.
I don't think VR in the state that it is right now is going to be a staple.
well, yeah.
Well, this is 20 to 30 years.
20 to 30 years.
Well, that's what this whole conversation was about.
Yeah, we're
like I'm saying,
what
there's
is the
there is
state of gaming?
there is
20
another like
to
VR
30
hasn't
years.
hit its how
Oh,
you think of
shit.
VR. That's what I was saying the whole time.
But isn't the topic? Nick, you told me I got it wrong in the beginning. You said, "What's the game industry going to be like in 20 or 30
Yeah,
years?"
that's
Yes.
what I said.
And you guys talked about, and we got sidetracked. And you guys started talking about. I said photorealistic gaming in VR form is going to be a thing, and I said no, and then we escalated from there.
So you don't think it's going to be in 20
photorealistic in 20 years? No.
Oh, for
So
sure.
we're still on the we're still on the same page.
We
You just confused me for a second.
The movements, the way the
Dude,
world
really?
works and looks.
20 years from now.
No.
Okay,
Dude, they already have
20 years ago, I was fucking 6 years old.
You cannot associate that. We've
I
had a
totally
technology boom.
We
We're
have.
hitting plateaus now.
No, we're not.
Yes,
We're
we
not.
are.
I agree with him.
If you look at processors, graphics cards, they're
This
not,
thing landed the fucking thing. I can't think of it right now. Apollo on the moon. Something smaller than that, or the power of this that we now have on our phones.
Way less than what your phone can do.
And that landed somebody on the moon. It's going to be astounding what they're going to do in 20, 30 years. I
agree.
I can't even fathom. It's going to be when we're talking about real life. I think that's
a PC will have potentially photorealistic graphics. I don't think
okay.
virtual reality
We're
will.
talking about, okay, hold the fucking phone. We're talking about virtual reality in general. We're not saying console specific.
Yeah, I didn't say virtual reality. I said PC. It's able to power processors and stuff.
I'm holding my phone. What am I supposed to do next?
We're saying virtual reality. Virtual reality, I guarantee you, in 20 years is photorealistic.
I'd lean towards more 30. I don't think 20. 20 years is going to happen so quickly.
Okay,
Dude, I'm 46
but I'm gonna go.
in 20 years.
I'm gonna.
What
gonna
does
go-
that have to do- that- how does
I'm
that have
gonna.
to do with time,
I'm
though?
gonna
Has
go.
everything to do with
Yeah, it does. I'm gonna go with your point though. You said how it looks like real life. We already have. I would even say in Uncharted 4, the water
No.
reacts just like how it does in real
No.
life. It doesn't look like it,
You
but it
haven't seen it,
reacts.
shut up.
I have seen it.
No, physics in games are almost just
No.
like physics in real life. I mean, even Half-Life 2.
Almost close.
Almost. It's going to take.
It's
So
20 years.
Nope.
2030.
No. I will lean towards 30. 20, I just don't
Okay,
think so.
okay.
This is the guy that said Mass Effect's going to be look like Destiny. So I mean,
if we can coincide in 20 to 30 years, I will agree.
okay. What else about the gaming industry is different? Obviously, it's digital. DLC season passes. We're thinking. Well, we're
I don't even think
kinda
that,
divided.
like, I think you're talking about in that form, like DLC. And like, there's probably a form of it, but like it's not considered that anymore. Like it's bundled in different ways. It's the way the industry is built right now is going to be completely different. Our idea of a game's coming out and you
Ooh.
want to buy it in these different versions, that won't be the case.
Do you think?
I agree with that
Obviously,
for some
I still think there's going to be at least two companies, at least two.
developers, developers.
Like
Microsoft,
Sony. I still think there's going to be at least two.
I think there could be like 20.
I agree. I kind of.
I think
Maybe
like,
not 20.
but no, like what I'm getting at is like you have like HTC Vive. Microsoft bought that because of where like I think why can't I think of it? The personal funding, crowdsourcing. Why can't I think of
Kickstarting?
Kickstarter. Thank you. The Kickstarter. I think that started something that you're gonna have these groups of people because technology is so powerful now. Things that individual groups of people can do now.
But would you call them like a Microsoft Sony level? What did you say?
No, I wouldn't say they're a Microsoft Sony.
No,
level.
that's
they,
what-
they
that's
don't
what
have
I'm
the
saying.
funds to do it. That's
Do you
why.
think that because of that? I don't know if I agree. I think there's going to be more developers, but not like overarching people.
the bottom line? Distributors.
You think there's going to be more publishers, not developers?
No,
See,
I think there's going to be way more
the
developers. 'cause
problem
it's getting
is,
easier and easier for
at the end of the
everybody.
day, these big time companies that are publicly, funded and traded, all this stuff. The problem with that is you have, people look at market value, their shares, stuff like that. People have to trade. They're like, oh, you're not doing anything this year. If you're a small company, if you're a group of people funding something, I just feel like the industry is going to go away from here's all these big guys. Instead, here's this mass market of things. You can freely do whatever you want with it. And I feel like maybe a new set of big, companies could form from that. But I feel like we're probably about 10 years away from the idea. I mean, look, it's already happening to E3. It's like there's so many smaller shows that are starting to pop up. These things that were like juggernauts for so long kind of fall apart. And I just feel like,
See, I don't know if it's going to fall apart. I think it's going to be different. I think it's going to lean towards each. It won't be E3 anymore. It'll be
E3's
each.
E3's done in 5 years. For
I mean,
sure.
like I said, I think it's just going to change. I think now it's going to be I think Bethesda set the stage for it. It's going to be, EA is going to have their conference. Bethesda's going to have theirs.
And they'll all be virtual reality.
No.
You put on your headset and you can.
Oh,
witness
that,
it.
yeah. Sure. I bet you that will happen easily. You want to go to the show?
Yeah, you can just be part of the show. Here's the thing, though. Like, my other idea is I actually think, and this here's another thing, you can call me crazy on it.
Sure I will.
I actually think Sony's in trouble.
Oh, no.
Because with the way the market's going, eventually, if you want to keep doing these upgrades and we get closer and closer to PC, Microsoft has that dominated on the PC market side of things. And you can't see it right now because, Sony's destroying them on the console market. I think the closer and closer we get to a normal upgrade cycle, Microsoft starts taking over.
Nope. Because I think Sony will just learn.
Sony almost went bankrupt on the PS3.
That's a good point. But here's the thing. One, they learned from PS3.
Exactly.
Yeah,
They know the PS4 cycle, they're doing great. And they know how well Microsoft does on like PC side things, so they will learn and adjust for that.
I'll make a ridiculous statement that I'll probably regret.
Isn't this whole episode you
Yes, it is. 10 to 15 years from now, Sony will be a software company and only.
So fucking wrong.
They will not be making a console anymore.
No way. God, you were so...
I'm gonna
What?
Yep.
You think Microsoft's going to be the person?
Not just Microsoft. I think it's Microsoft has PC. As long as Windows is around, Microsoft's not going anywhere. They're so much larger than Sony. It's not even funny.
No, Sony has so much other things.
Yeah, they do, but so does Microsoft.
I'm just saying. So that I don't. There's no way. Nope.
The Windows platform is everywhere.
So
I agree. But what?
Yep.
Get close to that mic, bitch.
Yeah. Yeah. No. Hey, 10, 15 years from now, if I'm wrong, whatever. But that's what I'm gonna say.
You're totally gonna be wrong.
Okay. Well, wait. Yeah.
Sony
is dominating right now. I agree.
There's no way.
Because you're saying it with a console generation and a half, they're gonna be gone.
What's considered a console generation anymore?
Basically 6 years, if you want to say that.
No, right now it's looking like it's 4 years, which means
because the last generation was 8 years.
So. And this is still the same. It's not the second. It's just an upgrade.
Well, as soon as they release it, though.
No, it's still
it's
still a PS4.
Okay, PS4 is second generation.
That would be the PS4 Slim.
No, PS3 was 8. PS3 and Xbox were 8 years long. PS4 is going to be 4 years.
No, I don't.
But
Neo doesn't count as a new system. It counts as an
I agree.
upgraded system.
It's gonna be like 8 years.
So it's 4.5 or whatever.
To me, I think that's just a new console.
No, it's not.
It's not.
You don't consider the iPhone 6S iPhone 7 because it's just an upgrade. iPhone 7 is when the new
iPhone 6S is still completely. It's new hard. It's the new phone.
It's a new phone,
It's
but
the other one's.
Otherwise, they would call it iPhone 7.
No, it's just every two. It's one is a.
It's different. It's different.
No, it's not. It's
Which
exactly
is where they're headed. And that's
Consoles
the problem.
are different than phones.
But they're not going to be for long.
Okay, I'm
just explaining that.
They're changing.
The iPhone 6 cycle is 2 years. It's not one.
Yeah, I agree.
By your argument that would be.
No, the iPhone 6 is 1 year. The iPhone 6S is another year.
Yeah, so he said
But
2 years.
iPhone 6s are 2 years long.
If you wanted, instead of it could be the iPhone 3. Then there was the 3G, 3G. Instead, it could be iPhone. The 3G was actually a 4. The 3GS was actually iPhone 5.
He's saying iPhone 6, iPhone 6S is total length 2 years.
Because
that goes to my point that it's because technology they can't consider it a brand new phone because technology is not advancing quick enough to make it. No, it's not.
They just choose not to because they can make more
They
money.
Exactly.
Well, Sony in 10 years is going to be still a console maker. So.
You honestly don't think they are?
10 to 15 is what I said.
We'll see.
No, I call them bullshit right now.
You can. That's fine.
Put it on
That's
live stream.
Well, I mean, okay. So when was PlayStation invented?
A while ago.
So I don't know. This is what I'm trying to think. So Final Fantasy VII came out in 97. I don't think it came out in the first year, so I'm gonna say 96, 95, probably.
For sure.
Okay,
conference is up.
dude.
So
Dude,
that was 10
like,
years.
What?
They
Like,
went PlayStation.
seriously?
No, hey,
Okay, you're on for bets. Okay.
we didn't make a bet.
I'm just saying.
I would bet you $100.
10 to 15 years from now, Sony is no longer making a console. Now, see, they could still be making. That's.
We're not going to bet on this.
But see, but here's the thing. though.
Fucking bet. I
No,
will bet
no.
fucking hard money
No,
on this shit.
no, hold on though. But then, what is our definition of a console? Because I think they could be making PCs, personal
Console
computers.
making games and publishing for PS whatever the fuck it is.
PlayStation something.
I will
They'll-
bet
they will still
hard
be.
money.
They will still be publishing games. I agree with that.
No. Console plus games, $100.
Could it be
I
a
will
PC?
bet. I don't care. Console,
Oh, yeah, because PC is technically a console.
I'm not that confident.
console, $100. I will fucking bet money on that.
10 to 15 years.
10 to 15 years, I will bet fucking money on that.
it. Don't do it.
I'm not gonna do it.
It's $100. We'll be adults by then. We're idiots. I don't consider myself.
I'm good. Okay, here's the thing. I'm all for making outrageous claims like I'm making right here.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not a dumb bettor. That is an outrageous
Okay,
claim.
I like that. So you're...
I just think with the way that where the industry is headed,
Oh, confidence.
that's good.
Obviously,
You
I
could be
like him.
confident.
He is my brother, so I
But
should
then
probably
again,
like him.
confidence does not
Actually, that's not true.
inquire
You
intelligence.
cannot like your brothers.
Most
It's okay.
intelligent,
But I have
most
really awesome
most
brothers, so it
confident
doesn't
people
really
are
matter.
not intelligent.
This is
so.
a fantastic multi-conversation here. What I'm getting at is
I like him. He thinks he goes to extremes, and then he's like, "Well, I'm not very confident in my."
no. It's not that I'm not confident. It's
so far fetched that they could not work out.
yeah, and I'm all for like as far as betting. Like I'm not gonna bet
Pokemon?
unless I know I'm making the
Far-fetched?
money.
Oh, that's a smart idea. Just like I know I was gonna make $10 off this God of War bet because he's stupid.
Yeah, that was a terrible bet.
Fuck off. I'm right. I'm right.
Come Tuesday, you won't be.
Is it Tuesday?
You know what we
No,
should
it's
do?
Sunday, but-
you know, I was just thinking, and we're ending this video very quickly here. But what I think we should do, we should come up with each of us need to make an outrageous claim of what we think.
I already made my outrageous claim of Elder Scrolls 6. So
That's not outrageous. That I mean,
I get what you mean.
something that you personally believe. You don't think it will potentially happen, but you think there's a good possibility. Like for me,
Nintendo,
this is what I'm going at.
number one console seller, 10
Yeah.
to 15 years.
Yeah. Well, and see, and
What?
where I'm thinking, just where the industry is headed, and who knows, maybe I could be a little bit early. It could be 20, 30 years from now.
That's what
I
our
just
original topic
personally
was.
believe that, but that's what I'm getting at. Like, I just personally, where our whole industry, the gaming industry, is headed, it does not bode well for a console. And that's why my
Does it
claim-
bode well for a PC? I mean,
GTA 9, Google Maps involved. You can go wherever the fuck you want.
give me a second, because I bought my PC back in 2009.
Yes,
shut up.
Stop saying PC.
No,
It's
no.
console. Gaming
No,
system.
No, I'm going
He's
to my
talking about his actual PC.
So give me a second. God.
You've had too much to drink.
No. Do PC players, do they actually upgrade every 2 years?
No.
No, not even close.
So why would...
Marginalized version.
So if we're saying...
They could. The hardcore
No, that's
ones.
that's what I'm... I guess that's the one thing I don't understand. If we're getting a new console every 4 years, would that be the same as PC? People are like, oh, it's getting too close to PC. But do people actually do that?
Well, no. See, so the difference for me is like I've had my PC for 2.5, 3 years now, and in a month or two, if I wanted, I could buy a graphics card that extends it for like 6 years, where I'm playing great games. Consoles, in order for you to upgrade your console, you need to buy a new console. So, but here's my problem: the thing that scares people with computers is personal choice actually hurts sellability. Because the unknown of that's the beauty of consoles. PC, you might have something that you could have an error.
Yeah.
And so until PC gets that figured out, they can't ever be mainstream. But I think because of what consoles are doing, you have two different systems being built. You have graphics cards. You have things. Eventually, consoles need to be able to be upgradable. If developers have to develop their games on console for people who have this upgrade on their console and that upgrade on their console, you're getting one step closer and closer to PC, to being a computer.
Agreed. But
Well,
didn't they say that about PS2? Like, this is
So I want
basically
to
a
say what
computer.
I think what it's going to be like.
Hold on.
that's the whole point of the video.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I'm
Dude,
guessing
you're drunk, just blurt it.
I guess I just don't get it.
Don't go what?
When people say oh, my PC I upgraded so it's going to be future proof for the next 6 years. When you buy a console, it's technically future proof. Yeah, things can have better graphics, but I'll go back to the Uncharted thing.
It's not at all future proof because if you look, when you bought an Xbox 360 or an Xbox, they shut off the servers.
Well, yeah, but
that's not future proof.
PS2 servers just shut off.
Okay, no, but I'm saying you're talking about graphics. When I bought my PS3, 4 years down the road, I got Last of Us. Completely different game. Push that system to the edge.
Oh yeah.
So same thing. I'm saying the same thing when people PC games are like I'm the latest because my gaming rig's so far advanced. Cool, it's far advanced, but you don't have the game to play that. So what is the difference? There is no.
And that's the difference. That's the difference with PC is, developers. Developers need to make.
No, but here's the thing.
Not really. This is
Halo map maker, whatever the fuck it's called.
Forge. Forge.
Why are you going?
Where's this coming from?
You can mod. Like that's the start. It's the fucking start.
Modding. Here's why modding.
Guys, I didn't get to my point yet.
One of the big thing about modding is not the storytelling; it's the high-res textures things. Consoles can't handle that.
I'm just saying, but that's no, that's not 20 years from now.
So when consoles become upgradable, they are now a computer.
There already are computers.
But if you scare the market, that's what I'm saying. If the market ever gets to the point where a computer, you're able to just upgrade your system.
Let's talk about your idea. Then I'm gonna go about mine because mine's right. So let's go.
Drunky.
He's getting his slurs on.
I don't have slurs. I don't.
I don't have slurs.
That's
a really funny word.
I legitimately am not slurring.
I was about to go somewhere with that, but we won't.
I don't remember my point now. Okay, it's the future. Yeah, you can mod, but that's not. When I think of future proofing, I don't even know what I'm going. No, I haven't even had a sip of alcohol all day. The thing I'm trying to think is.
That's a lie. You sipped his.
No, I didn't actually.
Oh yes, I did.
Not this one. The last one, the orange one.
One sip, such a lightweight.
That laugh.
That's gonna be a picture in this video. I'm just telling you right now.
Who's drunk?
He's just drunk on life.
I just so much going on right now. I can't even wrap my head around anything.
We need food.
I know. And Bethesda conference is in
fucking soon.
6 minutes. Okay. What I'm saying is, you go right to mods, okay? As me as a gamer, not everybody.
I don't go right to mods.
No.
Let's continue.
When I talk about future proofing, and you're like, well, it's into the mods. Well, me as a gamer, I don't care about mods. I never have.
Yeah.
But I'm saying it doesn't make sense when people are like, oh, this graphic cards will last me for 6 years. Okay, I get it, but you don't have the game to play that at 6 years. Yeah, but when 6 years comes down the line, you can play that. Same thing with a console. That PS3 game that PS3 console that I paid for 5 years ago can now play Last of Us 4 years ago, whatever. Mm-hmm. So I'm still invested in the game, and it's totally graphically different. That's what I'm saying. I guess I don't get that argument with PC people and whatever.
Well, PC, the two big things, mods are one. But then two, the big thing is the 4K resolution on games now with monitors. You can't, with your graphics card, you need so much power to, because people want this crisp, beautiful. And again, that's not the norm right now.
But it's going to be next year, apparently.
No.
PS4 Neo.
4K.
No. There's a completely different. You can watch video and stuff like that through a VR and stuff like that through 4K potentially with people with 4K TVs. It's going to take 5-10 years for 4K TVs to be the normal thing.
I don't think
in everyone's household.
No way.
20, 30 years. Not talking 10 years. 20, 30 years. Maybe 40 years.
See,
what's that? You will be able to download new graphics cards. It's going to be all digital. Everything's going to be digital. You can download new RAM. You can download new graphics cards. And you'll be able to... There's different tiers. That's what it's going to be. Everything.
That's a really interesting idea. I don't know how it would work, but in my head, I have a picture of a screen, and you have, like you said, tiers and all the upgrades. You don't even have a console in your room.
No, it's all going to be... You're going to have a little tiny cube. Whatever the fuck.
No, you rent your system via online. Or you purchase it. Your console's the cloud. Yeah. Holy shit, yeah. That's the smartest thing you've ever said in my life.
and he completely disagrees with me.
We need to end this video.
You know,
But that's
Eventually it'll be
that's-
there.
that's something-
what I'm saying. 20, 30,
No.
40 years.
yeah.
Not
But
20.
but he's got a point. I could see that. That's
Maybe not 20. That's why I said
You guys
20.
are talking mainstream. Just no.
I'm
we're
not saying
we're just saying the gaming industry
mainstream.
is there. It doesn't have to be mainstream.
Then the gaming industry's not there if it's not mainstream.
Dude, we're
Yeah,
the
it is.
hardcore. We are hardcore. I don't care.
Hey. Psh, psh. I don't know why I did that. Gaming industry is at VR right now. Is VR mainstream? No, but it's VR is the gaming industry right now.
It is.
Agreed.
It is.
So invalid on
And
that
no.
1 point.
Because that would actually help make my point then too. If like 20 years from now consoles don't exist, it's all downloadable. That's everyone's doing software.
It is.
That means Sony's no
Well,
longer
I don't
developing
think it's
console and they're
No.
only doing software.
That okay, it doesn't mean
Oh, that's a good point.
no. It's
We'll
the
still have
same.
consoles,
It's
but
still
40
fucking
years.
Sony. No, here's the thing.
Okay,
though.
then
They're
100
going-
years from now,
they're
we're gonna be on
going
Mars.
to have- well, we're going to.
We're talking about the gaming industry.
Okay, fuck off. We're going to Mars in 4 years. Fuck off. We're every
Talking about
Microsoft
me.
Is it? I knew you were gonna say that.
Wait, what'd you say?
I'm talking about mainstream.
Okay.
Okay, so
Hold on.
He's stripping. We're all sweating now.
No, fuck off. Okay, Microsoft, Sony, Nintendo, they're gonna have their
Nintendo's not gonna be
ports.
there.
There's gonna be like a fucking USB. I don't care what the fuck it is. It's gonna be something. It's gonna be a port. It's like a cube.
USB 7.0.
Dude, no, guys, you're already out of it. It's USB-C. USB is already out of it.
It's
the US
this thing.
USB-C is going to be the new
Yes,
norm.
okay, it's the new. There's going to be a new
4.0.
thing. It's going to be all digital.
No,
Yeah,
and
not
that's what it's
4.0.
going to be.
I don't know.
20,
It'll
30,
probably
40
be the
years.
fourth upgrade.
That's what it is.
There's a big difference between 20 and 40 years.
I'm just saying.
Well, we did say 20
Our
and 30.
topic is 20 to 30. I'm just saying 40. Add on
Well,
to
I
it.
think our topic is just. I don't even know the fuck to call this.
That's a good title.
That's our title. That's our title.
Thank you for watching.
Wait, hold on.
No, we're fucking done.
Every Wednesday at 9 a.m., we upload a video to YouTube. This has been awesome. I don't know what that was, but share it if you like it. Get your friends involved. Get your grandma, maybe some grampy. You know, whatever you want. Share it around. We appreciate doing this for you guys and girls. And yeah, that's about it. That was very entertaining.
That's probably.
We're going to go watch more E3 news. So, cheers with the non-existent liquids in these cups.
Yeah.
And good day.